What's up, beauties and beasts? I'm gonna be chewing a little bit. Talk about something. Now, you want to know what I'm eating? Some sticky rice and some madras, an Indian cuisine, I believe, of lentils, red beans, and creamy tomato sauce. It's good. I think I'm gonna add some spice though. Anyway, once again, unintentional. Every time a woman get on it thing, she be chewing or smacking on. I promise you. I promise you, it's just a big mama energy. I'm gonna kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I promise you it ain't because I be coming over on here to smacking y'all in. But y'all like all these goddamn mukbangs and shit. I wish a motherfucker would try to make me feel some type of damn way. And y'all be watching all these. Y'all remember when folks used to get on you about smacking? Tell you about how times change. There's somebody that nothing. I ain't gonna go there. I ain't even gonna go there. Anyway, it's something how times change. It's something how you can get ridiculed for something and then it becomes all the rage. But that's life, man. Because what does it matter if you smack it? Because it's something that really didn't matter. It means it's good, bitch. If you don't hear no noises or nothing, and people eating your food, I'd be wondering. It must not be, and they slow about it and all polite. Baby, when something good, you get the rocking and humming and smacking and singing. I know I do. I'm a foodie though, so go figure. Anyway, so some little things have come up when I've been in the presence of people and we've been talking or I'm listening to them talk. And both situations made me reflect on some instances I've seen concerning someone else and how they handled the situation. Now, in the first scenario, a person that of prestige was talking about, nobody cares about you know what you did as a child, moving forward, blah blah blah. And I heard her and I agree to a certain extent. Of course, y'all know I do inner child reads, and I've discussed about how important it is to heal the inner child and focus on what you've done as a child so that you can move forward. Amen. But it did make me reflect on somebody that wanted to talk about what happened to them in their childhood, honey. And there was a prestigious person that could fight that was in front of them or surrounding the situation, who, blew off them trying to talk about what happened to them in their childhood. And said they was busy smoking dope and talking shit, basically, and so they ain't want to hear all them discuss stuff like that. They was on there for some fun. And I'm thinking, all this bullying, you gonna let this prestigious person scare you out of your truth? Lord. Oh, as little Richard would say, good golly, Miss Molly. I said, shit. I don't care what he had accomplished in life. If I wanted to talk about something that meant that much to me, as far as something that happened that hopefully the point of the story would be that I had become a better person and wouldn't do unto others the same. But we know in this case it was not that case. So it just lets you know, I don't care who it is that's in front of me. If Keturah wants to say something and the law, meaning along with the alignment, because spirits come too, and I'll test them too. Because we all up under mama and daddy, according to my humble opinion. So yes, I have spirits that have a message for me. Now, see what I can do about that. I slang it on the desk of life. You understand? Just like all these cases that has gone across my desk. I don't be meaning no harm when I say I slang something to the side. It's when God be working with you. That's just how I feel sometimes. It's like, oh Lord, mama, that okay. I clocked that, I heard that, slang it to the side. Or as my earthly mama would say, put it on the shelf. So anyway, it's so funny that, this came up, and I whatever she meant it for, I just clocked it for my own reasons. And so, anywho, I enjoyed that whole session. It wasn't about talking about childhoods, by the way. It was just something that was being stated as just a point of moving forward. But it made me reflect on that, and I'm just saying, if I was making it a point, and even after, if the person came behind me and said something, just like the person behind me wanted to say the word mister, is that gonna trigger me? No, I say senor. Lord, Keturah, what is you doing? I don't know. I say what I want to say when I want to say it. And if somebody want to come behind me and say it to see if I'm going to go, oh my God, what is this? I might think, oh my God, what is it? Because I still have a child in me. Everybody can become frightened to a certain degree with energies, or not so much frightened, but at this season, maybe a little startled. Like, ooh, what was that for? But at the same time, it does bring to mind humility, but also standing firm. They could smoke all the dope they want to and talk shit, and I would have cut through there, and we still gonna talk about this right here that I want to talk about, because I respect y'all doing what y'all want to do, but we sharing space. And if it's an interview or if it's a sit down and a discussion, we all should walk away, please. I would guess, or I shouldn't be your guest no more. But maybe they weren't so inviting for a reason. Anyway, second scenario, I'm talking to what seems to be a like-minded young woman I like to chit-chat with here and there. And I was explaining how I saw a man's face, y'all, ship-shaped. I said ship-shaped. I reminded myself of something. Anyway, shape-shift in front of me after I said I wasn't going to be with him. I mean, he turned and, demon time. It's like, oh, Lord, I just saw you, demon. Woo, shake it, shake it. No, I just looked and took a few notes. I said, ooh, that was a face I just saw right there. He couldn't hold that other face in front of me. He showed me his other face. Ooh, that was unattractive. To each his own. Not that it made me want to go crawl up under my bed or nothing. No. It just made me think, ooh, you trying to pretend like you pretty, nigga, when you ugly. Oh, okay. I could accept if you was just ugly and you came out and told me you ugly, but you constantly keep trying. I guess I wasn't persuaded by his Jesus piece. But anyway, let's move on. So I was telling her that, and she said, well, that's some Hollywood stuff. And go figure. That's the same thing was said during that other setting I was talking about. And she kept on saying, I kept on making it a point. I don't give a good goddamn about what happened and all. What? Hello? I'm talking about something I saw with my own two eyes. Now, spirits work in every industry. We know that. Whatever. Blue, blue, blue. Okay, I'm just saying. There ain't no Hollywood to me, because where was the camera at? Unless you're talking about God was orchestrating something, then baby, it was heavenwood. Well, hellwood in his circumstances, y'all, 'cause he looked like a demon. He looked like a devil. He looked like somebody had peeled his muffin cap black, blue, and it wasn't blue, it was red. Yes. Well, let's just say I didn't want to argue. No, I ain't want to argue. I just wanted to get away from him. It was the whole point. God be sending me in and go in there. He want to talk to you, Couture. Go talk to, oh, God, okay. Here we go again, Daddy. All right, Daddy. Oh, as us daughters do, you know. But intriguing enough, her bringing up whatever didn't stop my story, because it ain't a story for the sense of telling somebody to entertain for clout. It's the truth. That's what happened. He shapeshifted. His face was one way, and then it literally turned into another face. That's how some of these folks be. Ironically, the subject matter, even of this man who tried me, was the same energy, the same type of attitude, boasting and bragging about what he did to women, how he laid women low and then received reward from it. Where the woman was, in one case, actually passed away. Another woman, he allowed a family member to torment, and then wanted to talk to me like I was going to say shame on her for creating boundaries with you, or she didn't want nothing to do with you or your nephew. These are the type of people I be thinking, like, do you hear yourself? And doing that to women. And talking to a woman like me. Because I know everybody ain't cut of the same cloth. But you talking to a woman like me about women. Excuse me, sir, Mr., Senor, whatever the fuck. You gonna have to leave me alone. We can't be together. 311, as I said there. We can't hang. Because I would never find you attractive. And because even with the sour ones that don't have no sweet, no balance to them, I'm not into playing with shit. You go find you one, 333. You go find you one that do, sir. With all due disrespect and respect, because you exist. And I'm praying to the Lord I exist enough to go per, I said per, yeah. And it's so funny, my bunny has a cat print on it. But it's like, I hope that the Lord help me to purpose this situation for something greater than you and greater than me and greater than the circumstances. But to sit up there and stick around with you on some bullshit, I cannot. I cannot. I don't want you, and I'm not in the business of playing with people's hearts. I don't do that. If I don't like you, I don't like you, sucker. Anyway, which brought me to thinking on somebody coming in. So if you hear noises and stuff, it's not my fault. Now, it made me think of 2 Degrees in one movie, ironically. You got Vito Corleone, and he had his hitman or whatever, because it was a strange vibe. And I clocked that even as a little girl, but I didn't get into it until thinking and reflecting on it as an adult woman. I said, now, Luca Brasi, I think that was him, right, y'all? Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't he go into the bar? Didn't they stab him through the hand and then proceed to strangle him? And then what he swimming with the fish? Now, why would that be attractive to a person to claim? I mean, Vito, as we all will die at some point. So this is not about, just look at the scenario. Even after being shot up, and Vito was shot up, okay? But he was an older man, now I'll say that too. And when he did pass away, it was as an older man and on his own property. His grandbaby around. Didn't even recognize his grandpa. Wasn't even playing no more. But you know, that's life. But still, to me, more of an honorable way to go. And then doing something that he was enjoying, which was his grandbaby. Okay, you mean Vito Corleone wouldn't have been a more attractive character to like versus Luca Brasi, which Luca ends up in an unlucrative position. Amen. I'm playing, y'all. I ain't gonna preach at you today, but I'm just saying. I'm gonna look it up again, search it up, research it just to make sure. But I'm pretty sure. And then when he a little touched, I don't know which word, words be changed. I don't want to get no trouble. But when he a little touch, he was going over that, he was going over what he wanted to say. The Vito, Godfather. Wasn't that the case? And it was still awkward when he got it, not the good kind, when he got in front of him to give it. And it didn't seem like Vito really felt like being bothered with him. And wasn't there a strangeness in that film because he was willing to put his life on the line? Or did they just send the one in that it's like we're a little concerned about this one anyway, so we'll just send him in there and see what they're gonna do with him? Well, they sent him in there, and it showed forth what them forces in that place was thinking. Okay. And in that situation, there was no gun and there was no cannoli. Couldn't choose both or one or the other after that. 8-11. But I do want to say it's like, and there's a high and a low to things. Right now we're talking about the difference, one being high and one being low. Okay? In my humble opinion. Or who I had always been more attracted to, even more so Michael the son. Even though he made mistakes once again on his property at an old age, though he lost. And I would say in that instance, because he didn't have a true crew. But let's not go there. Let's stay on Vito, his daddy. Played by Robert De Niro in one of the volumes. I'm just call it volumes. The first, was it the second movie? I forget. Maybe it was the second. But child, took care like that. But, and then be concerned about who all is affecting in the community. Because, oh, God, that scene where he gets fired at the grocery store. Yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to go there. It's just intriguing to me how people, whatever the perspective was, somebody would claim that's from their outlook. But me looking at it like, ooh, that's all the characters in that trilogy. That's the one That's the one you want to go with? Oh, okay. That's interesting. Not Michael. Sonny, okay. You saw that early demise off of the temperament alone and not thinking, just rushing into a situation, which we all can learn from the different degrees shown throughout those films. But I'm just saying, at least it was over the fact that he wasn't going to sit up and deal with hearing that his sister was being treated any kind of way, even though what my balanced perspective on that is, and the reason why he may also needed to have thought about it full circle before jumping into hot waters himself. But anyway, maybe not Fredo, but look, he at least made it some yardage. Well, never mind. No, he did not really, because he still went old when Michael gave the order on him after finding out he didn't care about he and his wife and children in the house. Because you want to be the big brother so bad, nigga. Whatever. And there go that energy again. You want to be the big brother, but you don't want to be humbled enough to take certain roles. But want to talk about roles and who's real and who's fake. I don't think you know. When you have that type of outlook, and then your choice of what you want to even represent you is questionable. I don't know, seem questionable to me. But who am I? Some crazy lady, somebody that don't know nothing. But yeah, it just makes you reflect on how people may see something, which also was in the class, that or it was a workshop, okay, where it was discussed, perspective. Art is art, and not to be necessarily shitting on anybody's perspective here. It's just, but why? My baby would repeat, I think, something she saw, maybe that tickety tick. And she would say, I'm not judging, but I have questions. Silly. But it's true. And here it is, wabbit season, and all of this gonna do something to wabbit. And why? Oh, I see. Oh, you one of them. Oh, okay. You not the fox that's gonna stand next to the rabbit to figure something out. No. That's not your character. And once again, since a little girl, I haven't been attracted to such. I didn't watch The Godfather and think, oh my God, Luca Brasi. That's the one. I looked at Vito Corleone and I said, oh my God. And even as a woman, I said, oh my God. He didn't stress out his wife. He didn't come from the grocer saying, oh, look, this is what happened to me, and I don't know what we gonna do. That nigga went to forming a plan. Brought us some fruit back, set it on the table. God, have mercy. Making my toes do something now. And then went and orchestrated events where he could take over someplace with compassion involved. It wasn't just let us go and do something to somebody. Although he would get a job done, it was with people in mind that he cared about. How could you not find that attractive? I know I did, and I do, baby. I like when he was at the opera. Woo, shit. I'm going to talk about it. I may have talked about it before. I'll talk about it again, because it really pleased me as a little girl to see a man be like that over his wife. And the girl that they were witnessing was truly pretty. And he ended up even, I'm sure, helping them, though he didn't go after her, by taking out a problem. He said, my wife. And that's I'm not going to get into all of that other stuff, but it was his wife for him in a nutshell. That was beautiful. That was worth his attention. He wasn't a greedy man. Though he could be. Honey, he wasn't ugly. Nowhere. Nothing played by Robert De Niro, baby. Especially as a young man. Who was ugly. Okay? We'll just put that there. Politely and respectfully. But anyway. Yes, Lord. Who couldn't respect a man as such? Who didn't want women to be harassed about having a pet in the apartment complex or something of that nature? I forget, but I just loved the way he moved. It wasn't just about him. He knew about hard times, which is why he had to escape his home country. Those hard times didn't make him harden where it need not be. He was balanced. So much he didn't want certain things to affect the people, even in his old age. The wiser. That's the way it's supposed to be. And any woman who wouldn't find that type of strength, honor, and integrity sexy, baby, you don't need it. No, evidently. Anyone that would sit up there and have something slick to say out her mouth concerning one like that, well, I ain't gonna go deep off in it, but my parents heard my thoughts. You're not deserving. 'Cause I just couldn't deal in that type of energy. I don't want to argue. And it's something else we can do, baby. Ain't nothing to argue about. Something else let's make us some lemonade. Let's dance a while. Let's do anything but something foolish and a waste of both our time. But maybe if you got a Luca, you gotta argue because he a little touch. Okay, okay. All right, Mama. All right, Dad. I'll let it go. Anyway, I'm going to finish. We maybe talk about Luca and a high vibration. I don't have nothing right now. But I said I was going to. You stop it. Oh, God. I'll try at another time. This is what came to mind, and this is what I choose to discuss at this time, and I'll leave that there. I hope you all have a wonderful day, night, wherever you are, beauties and bees. Hopefully me smacking in the speaker wasn't too much of a turn off from you listening to the message, or the fact that my ass is goofy at times. Anyway, but I be ever so serious. I promise you I do. I love you. Until next time, read you later.